Hello, hello, hello. I bet you that you thought being selfish was a bad thing. And when you saw the title of what I put up here today, you kind of thought, what's she on about? But I can tell you it's one of the best things that you can actually be doing for you. And I'm here to show you why being selfish and putting yourself first, second, and third is one of the things that some of the most successful, chic, sleek, savvy, all those kind of women that you hold in high regard, they're doing for themselves consistently. They are putting themselves first, second, and third. And if that's not selfish, what is? These women, they know exactly what they want and they will not compromise what they want. We have unfortunately got ourselves into a bit of a muddle about needing to sort of serve everybody else around us and not take care of ourselves. I'm Fiona Robertson. I am a body whisperer and I'm a body renewer, purely from the aspect of building up such inner strength for you that that's your new normal. That you just feel so awesome and feel so strong and able to cope with everything that's going on around you. You're not wobbled, and you're not kind of crying and you're not feeling broken, but you're feeling so uber strong and you're actually beginning to really like yourself. Haha. And you're really beginning to kind of love yourself. I mean, if that isn't just kind of like out of this world, phenomenally crazy to think that a woman can actually love herself without being ridiculed or judged or criticized. You know, the women that you see and that you hold in high regard, they're thinking of themselves first. They're asking themselves things about what they want out of their life and they're not compromising yourself. So I wanted to just introduce you to that whole concept today, very easily and in a very, very fun way. So why is being selfish one of the best things that you can do for you, which was the title of what attracted you to listen to me today. I'm so happy that you're here. I'm so happy that you've decided to have a look in and open the window and have a little peek inside. It makes me very, very happy that you're here. And hello, big, big welcome. Let me introduce you to the concept of being selfish and all the things that it can bring you. It definitely opens the doorway for you to be the woman that you want to create yourself as in the next phase of your life. What does she look like? What does she feel like? What does she want? And can she go after what she wants? So I am showing you today how I create myself. I'm a little bit higher than I normally am today, and I'm a little bit higher than I normally take myself in my calls and with my clients, attitude-wise that is, because I really want you to understand that I purposely and consciously get myself into a higher energy so that you can see and you can start understanding how we can pick and choose and play with the energy so that you can really start to understand what being selfish, if you want to call it that, or that you know what you want and that you won't compromise yourself and you're fed up of living a mediocre life and you've decided, that's it. I want to get back on top and I want to start taking care of me. I've let everything slide. I've got very chaotic. I don't want to live like that anymore. I remember times when I was screaming, just going, I don't want to live like this anymore, because I had basically just let everybody else kind of like take parts of me. I felt that I was spread very, very thin. I was like pushing myself out for this person, pushing myself out for that person, trying to do my work, trying to do my family, trying to keep the house clean, trying to rent the apartments, doing all sorts of things, just way too much, and not knowing what it was that I wanted. But I tell you, I have created so much just by becoming very aware of what it is that I wanted and not compromising on what I wanted and knowing what I wanted inside and feeling very, very strong. So I'm feeling very blessed today. I'm feeling very blessed today that you're listening and you're watching and that you're here. And I'm feeling very blessed today that I decided to come and live in France to raise my boys. The sun is shining and I've had my coffee outside, and then I'm here able to speak to you, telling you exactly why being selfish is one of the best things that you will do for yourself. I'm here to help myself, and I'm here to help you become the woman in the next phase of your life. However she looks for you, however she wants to turn up in your life. The fact that you know that you create that and you create her. And when you get to that day when you kind of go, do you know what? Gee whiz, I created that. I did that. What's next for you? This is what's turning up. This is what you want next. This is what you want to create. The women that I play with and who play with me, they know exactly what they want to feel. They know exactly what emotions they want to feel. They know exactly how to pick and choose the feelings that they have, and they won't compromise. It's that easy. It's just like, no, I don't want to feel that. You know, so it's the practice of being selfish, and the feelings that I go for is like, oh my God, I feel alive. I feel so happy to be able to sort of take my bike down to the beach. I feel so happy that I'm able to sort of speak to you. I feel so fucking grateful. Whoops. I feel so fucking grateful that I see the flowers coming up in my garden. I feel so grateful that I can see the mountains from outside my front door. I feel so grateful, and oh my God, these projects that I've put into play, they're all coming into fruition. I'm seeing things happen that I've wanted for a very, very long time, and they're coming real. I'm being able to see them and touch them and feel them. Everything is becoming very, very lifelike for me. I remember that I moved to France and I was swimming in the sea, and I was like, yeah, okay, I live in France, I feel very, very grateful. But I wasn't really feeling it, and it wasn't until maybe a few years later I was swimming in the sea and just going, oh my God, look at the sky. There's no clouds in the sky. I'm swimming in the sea. I feel fantastic. I'm blessed to be alive. Then I got it. I absolutely feel 100% alive in my body. I'm beginning to get back on top again, because before that, I understood I was still in survival mode. I was the plant's moving because my dog's making a little nest in the middle, and I just saw my plant moving. I thought, oh, scary. Blessed to be alive, really enjoying every single thing that you've created. If that's not selfish, I don't know what is. I knew what I wanted, and for some times I didn't know how to get that. I wasn't allowing myself to really enjoy every single moment of the day. So if you're wanting to feel alive, but you're a little bit scared, what happens if I reinvent myself as the woman that I kind of really admire? What happens if I reinvent myself and become her? What happens to all the people that are in my life whom I can't take with me? What happens to my current job? What happens to my finances? I understand that you can be a little bit scared when you reinvent yourself, that some things have to drop away. Some of the stories that you're used to telling have to drop away. The fear of releasing the old, the fear of releasing the anxiety, the fear of releasing the grip of horror, the fear of releasing the sadness, the grief, the anger, that is what I am an absolute expert in. I help you see things from a different perspective so that you can get rid of it. You can get rid of it once for all and stop carrying it around with you. This is what I mean about being selfish. It's like, no, I don't want to feel that anymore. I don't want to tell that story anymore. It affects me on a physical level. Physical symptoms, weight. You can't have the finances that you want because you're still telling those kind of stories. I want you to move on and drop that every single day. And if that's not being selfish, I don't know what is. I'm really excited that you're here, but I do understand that you are a little bit scared of what will happen along the journey when you start realizing what has trapped you, what has blocked you, and what has stopped you, and some of the limitations that come up for you, and to see what's been going on and how you've created, whether it's the weight, the physical symptoms, the lack of finances, not being in the love life that you wanted. One of the phrases I often use is like, women that I'm dealing with, they're bored, they're fucked off, and they're not in the relationship that they thought they were going to have when they were a little girl. They also realise they want to divorce their family. They don't want to be in those kind of families anymore. And this is what I was screaming for a long time. I was screaming, I don't want to live like this anymore. I've chosen to live in a great place. I manifested that, but why am I still in this horrendous survival mode when I want to feel absolutely amazing? So what I do is I practice my energy. And this means that I get myself into such a place that I've picked and I've chosen the energy that I want to be in. I look around me and to see what I've created that is absolutely beautiful, and I pat myself on the back. Well done, Fiona. You've managed to kind of get the house, raise your boys, run a business. You're living in France. Not very many people do that. Not many people spend a year out and go traveling around the world. Not many people decide to be entrepreneurs and do those kind of things. I look at the people that I want to emulate, and I'm deciding what kind of energy I need so that I can sort of become more like them. I can also become the woman who lives across the pond or does different things or travels or speaks on stage. I look and I focus on the beauty that I see around me. So it could be plants and trees or the animals in my garden, the flowers that I've planted. I focus on the beauty that is around me. Now, that's not selfish. It's normal. This is my new normal. I want to appreciate what it was, but I do know that I have been really affected by the other people around me to such an extent that I have pulled myself down, and I've just allowed myself to be affected and influenced by their energy. Until I got really strong in who I was and what I wanted, I was being affected and influenced by the dramas, the complaining, the moaning, the bitching, listening to the news, and just everything was doom and gloom. I was being affected by that. I had to focus myself to get back on top of me, to get in control of me. And this is what I do with my women, so that we can actually really focus on who it is you want to be in the next phase of your life. I want to feel the love that surrounds me, the love from my kids. I have changed the relationships 180 degrees, the relationships of the kids, the relationships I have with my children, my own children, the relationship I have with my partner. Every now and again it kind of goes into a funk. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I'm seeing what's happening and I'm choosing to be in a better energy. We're all in energy, and I spoke about that last week. I choose to feel happier. I choose to feel more in love, and I expect great things to happen for me. I expect to be given gifts. I expect the sun to shine. I expect to be able to wear beautiful clothes. I expect to see an opportunity and a silver lining. Even if the wall fell down this week, a massive new wall that we built in our garden, crash, bang, crumbled. And I'm like, what is the metaphysical story behind this wall falling down? But I get it. I get it now. And I'm still producing myself and still creating more of what I want and who I want to be in the next phase of my life. And I'm just able to say, right, I will not be affected. I will not be dragged down by this wall falling down. It's massive. It's going to be putting off and, delaying certain things. I'm like, okay, this has got to happen. This has got to happen. Let's see the positive in this. And that can sometimes just be a little bit out of this world scary. I understand that. But everything happens for a good reason. And I refuse to be brought down. That is me being selfish with my energy. So I bet you thought that being selfish was a bad thing. It's not. And I'm showing you why it is way far from bad. The number one thing that I've realised in all these women that I emulate, all these women that I want to be, standing on stage, writing their books, coaching hundreds of women into happiness, feeling great and successful, getting great bodies, is they take themselves seriously. They go for what they want and they put themselves first, second and third. The dictionary describes selfish as bad, as negative, as being like, selfish. What can I say? It helps you to feel so damn strong on the inside, to really like yourself, to really begin to love yourself. That no amount of drama, walls falling down, come on, there's a good example. You know, nasty neighbours or whatever they want to do. It's like, no, come on, no, it's a good thing. We're going to start from scratch. It's going to be absolutely brilliant wall. No amount of drama or bad behaviour or judgment or criticism or complaining, people moaning about your kids' bad marks at school and, you know, with your kids or whatever. That will not rock you. You know what you want and you can create every single part of your life again and again and again. So what's next for you? What do you want to happen next for you? This feeling strong on the inside, creating yourself, getting back on top, getting back in charge of you is the best thing that you can do. And I swear to you, when you love yourself that much and you value yourself that much, you cannot hold extra weight. That is part of what's holding weight on you. The physical symptoms, the finding it hard. And what happens then is you seek relief. You go for relief. You go to the fridge. You start overeating because it just feels so much nicer to be in that comfort zone. Or you end up drinking because you want to numb things out a little bit. A lot of ladies go shopping. They go wild for shopping. Oh, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice, that's nice. Makes you feel great for like a few seconds, for a moment. Or you become a workaholic. Now, my God, I know this one. I know that I was totally avoiding and not wanting to hear or see what was going on in a relationship or what was going on in my life. I threw myself into work. Every single time I've had a relationship breakup, bang, I throw myself into work because I'm not prepared to see what was really going on and take responsibility for me. Now that I'm stronger, I'm a little bit selfish, I'm able to kind of say, this isn't working for me. This isn't working for me. So, well, I'm going to make some changes. I'm going to go for what I want. If you're not taking me out on a date, I'll take myself out on a date. I am responsible for me. So let's have you grabbing the reins. I know you want to grab the reins. I know you want to be back on top of it again. If that means physically in your body, if that means being a rock steady woman that really enjoys her life and kind of like has an orgasmic life. Get you back in the driving seat, grabbing hold of the reins, getting back on top again. This is what we do. Grab a coffee with me. Just say, Fiona, God, I'd love to have a chat. I'd love to come away with like some great strategies that were going to change me in an instant. And I tell you, I've got so many strategies. I've got so many things that you can do to sort of pick and choose your energy so that you start putting yourself first again. Even if you can't put yourself second or third, put yourself first. Somewhere in your day, carve out a space for you that you start putting yourself first. I run complete developmental courses so that you can teach yourself self-love, so that you can feel really strong on the inside. It's a very spiritual journey. It's a very understanding your nutrition, your level of nourishment, what mindset you're in, what emotions you are picking, and which ones to let go of and which ones to choose. I am Fiona Robertson. I am a body whisperer and I'm a body renewer. I would love you to have the most beautiful day. I really, really look forward to meeting you and talking to you very, very soon, whether you come on one of the retreats that I run, or if you meet me on one of my programs online, or if you just decide, you know what, I'd love to just have a coffee with you and understand what makes you tick and how I can change something around for myself. Do it. Do it. What's next for you? What do you want next? I'll see you around. Bye-bye.